Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome back to Accounting for Baitulmal. We are from Group 2 and today we are going to explain to all of you the concept of accounting for Baitulmal. Without wasting our time, let's get started. The first point is, what is accounting for Baitulmal? Accounting, or in Arabic al-musahabah, is a process involving recording activity, classifying, analyzing and interpreting trading activity with the purpose of providing financial information before making a decision. Meanwhile, Baitulmal can be defined as a national treasury based on the history of Islamic rule. But today, the existing Baitulmal is not national treasury of the true concept. For example, in Malaysia, it can be regarded as a department in the administration of the State Islamic Religious Council. The council acts as manager in managing Baitulmal administration in the state. So, in summary, accounting for Baitulmal is the measurement, disclosure, or the provision of the certainty about information that help the State Islamic Religious Council to decide on the allocation of resources. Now, let's move to another point.
The next is accounting concept, practice, and reporting of Baitulmal in Malaysia. Accounting concept of Baitulmal is referred to the public treasury of the Islamic State. There are three types of treasury: private treasury by of the ruler, public treasure, and the treasure of Muslims. Accounting practice of Baitulmal is under the administration of the institution known as the Islamic Council. It is establishment of Baitulmalisa jurisdiction of Majlis Agama Islam Negeri. Accounting reporting of Baitulmal is the State Islamic Religious Council as the trustee of Zakat, Waqaf and Baitulmal. It uses standard issued by the Malaysian Accounting Standard Boards, Private Entity Reporting Standard and Best Practice Guidelines by the National Audit Department. Baitulmal only receives the revenue from the Islamic properties under Sharia law. It cannot receive other properties from the regions even under the authority of the state.
Let's take a look at subtopic 3 in this chapter, which is accounting practices and reporting on Baitulmal in other Islamic countries. Islam is a religion that is widely spread throughout the country. Baitulmal was implemented and have been adopted around the world where the Muslims exist to safeguard their interests. For example, country of Brunei, Indonesia, Singapore, Turkey, and many more. How Baitulmal was implemented in Indonesia? Baitulmal in Indonesia was known as Baitulmal Wat Tamwil, where it was made of Baitulmal and Baitul Tamwil. Baitulmal in a BMT institution is one of the oldest religious and social institutions which collect funds from zakat, donation, and infaq, then distribute to beneficiaries. Baitul Tamwil in a BMT institution act as a business institution which conduct its business activity involved in trading such as sale and purchase of commodities. Meanwhile, financial institution which is provide saving, facilities and financial product. The function of Baitulmal Tamwil represent the treasury and serve the financial need of the state and society. The sources of fund are from society, charity, various fund, and mandatory fund. Baitulmal also help small entrepreneurs who cannot access finance from large banking sector. So, how about the Baitulmal in Singapore? Baitulmal is the institution that acts as a trustee for the Muslims. It looks after assets from which member of the Muslim public could benefit, and this Baitulmal is under MUIS. Baitulmal in Singapore context. where there is an express provision for setting up the General Endowment Fund. This means the fund to be known as the General Endowment Fund is hereby established. For example, Farah 8. If there are no beneficiaries, the estate goes to Baitulmal, an Islamic charitable fund administered by the MUIS.
Next, we will move to financial system for Baitulmal. Baitulmal is the main institution for property and finance in the Islamic State, which is it deal with all the income and expenditure of an Islamic state. So, this is a few types of property such as zakat, tax, public endowment, and welfare asset. All these properties are included under the administration of Baitulmal. Other than that, when we talk about Baitulmal, it is part of the Islamic financial. There are also a few basic principles of Islamic financial system such as Sharia compliance activities, risk sharing, money as potential capital, prohibition on speculative transaction, prohibition of interest and sanctity of contracts. Here, we can conclude that all harmful activities, or we call it as haram, should be avoided, especially when it comes from riba, borrow, and maisir. Besides that, Baitulmal also have financial resources that consisting of ghanimah, zakat, jizyah, foroj, and property unknown owners. Last but not least, let's see the difference between the dual finance system. As you can see here, this is the difference between conventional and Islamic finance. I think you all can read on your own, but I just want to highlight the main difference between conventional and Islamic finance, which is the treatment of risk and how the risk is shared. In Islamic finance, interest is prohibited. If an enterprise is financed by debt with an obligation to pay interest, the risk of the business is not being shared fairly. I think that's all from our group. Thank you for lending your ears on our presentation. So, if there are any questions, you can ask us. Thank you.